All right, once again, what's going on, my people? It's your boy Jeff, the Master Barber. We're gonna be doing a number 5 up top, guard number 5. We're gonna do a nice mid-tight fade. We're gonna shave them and do the eyebrows. So now we're gonna start with the ergo. Okay, guard number 5, and we're gonna pass it up top. Shout out to everyone that is tuned in. Saludos para mis televidentes hispanos. Este video lo voy a hacer estrictamente en inglés. Voy a empezar a hacer videos tutoriales en inglés. También porque tengo mucha fanaticada americana. So, para el próximo video hablaré en español. Mientras tanto, gracias. So this video I'm gonna you're gonna be talking in English, explaining in English. Because I know I have followers that has asked me, can you explain the steps in English? So here we go. Passing number 5. What I like about this clip, especially the Speed Zero guy, is the guards. Is that has more teeth, is more well constructed than any other guards, and when you have more teeth, when the guard has more teeth, it grabs the hair a lot better, you know. So that's why I like it. And then it has the pointy, they're more pointy, so it pick the hair a lot easier. And then the metal piece is definitely the most secure one. You know what I mean? It's secure, definitely more the guard to be in the machine connected, you know? So right now, like I said, I'm passing guard number 5 up top. Passing guard number 5 up top. All right. And as you can see, just because it's easy to do, that doesn't mean just go real fast and do it. Nah, take your time. Remember, quality over quantity. You know, they give you the opportunity, make sure you know how to take the opportunity doing the right thing. Take your time. But sometimes when you do it fast or you cut fast, sometimes it doesn't come out the same as when you take your time, you know, cutting the hair. So make sure you do everything thorough, you know. So shout out to all my subscribers out there. Thank you everybody that is out there. All right. So yeah, what I like about the ergos, especially this one, the X Ergo, is how silent and powerful it is, this clipper, you know. I definitely like it. It helps me a lot. I like the ergonomics. I like even the click. That's so nice. Okay, so what we're gonna do right now, we're not gonna use no guard, and instead of doing the guideline like that, don't do it like that. I recommend you to do it right away like this. Okay? When you do it like this, it's not gonna mark the line. It's not gonna print the line so, you know, so hard. So that way it's gonna be easier to take that line, all right? Now, right away what I do, I get the 1/16 level close, and we're gonna right away, you know, I'm not trying to do another level, but it's gonna definitely, because it has a lot of hair, it's gonna show like another level, right? So right away, you know, I do that level, pass it many times, make sure you brush. All right. Now, what you're gonna do is right away get the next one. This one I open the level a little bit, and right away we're gonna take that line, you know. Okay. We're gonna pass it left to right, right to left. Okay. So now we're gonna right away. I'm not playing with the clips or with the levels. I mean with the levels. Right away, attack whatever line. I keep attacking it. Okay. And I'm not gonna use many guards. The most that I'm gonna use in this occasion right now, I'm using guard number 2 to do the fade. You know what I mean? 2, 1, 116, and that's about it. All right. There's no need to use 5, 4. You know what I mean? That's wasting time, and there's no need to do that. At least that's what it works for me. You know what I mean? And just because it's saying it works for me, that doesn't mean that it's gonna work for you. But give it a try, and you will see. And give time too. You know, you gotta give time when you try something. Don't just do it one time and that's it. You gotta be consistent. All right. Right now I'm jumping with the guard number 1. All right. And now we're gonna close the level little by little, not a lot. This is another feature that I like about the ergos is the click. Why I like it, the clicks? Because it lets you know that you got another level. Not only that, but have you ever have a clipper that don't have those clips before, and you be passing it, and then out of something, the blade start moving? Well, with this one, with the clicks, it will leave it right there. It will not move. No matter how hard you try to pass it, the level will not move. It will stay exactly where you put it at. So that's why I like that feature with the ergos. Okay, so right now, as you can see, I'm still going with the 116 now, level open. And remember, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. You can start all good, but if you don't finish strong, that doesn't matter. But it's same thing all the way around. It's not, may look crazy at the moment, but it's not. It's how you finish. Wait until when you finish, then you know you could check what else you could do to make it even better. You know, but make sure that when the client sit in your chair, make sure you give them the right service. Make sure you take care of business. What's the saying that give you the opportunity and you don't know how to take the opportunity? I said it before. It's very important. Anybody, even someone that is not barber, could make anyone sit in the barber chair. That doesn't mean that they are barber already. The difference from someone that is a mediocre or someone that is not compared to a real barber will make that client come back over and over and sit down with him again and get that haircut. You know what I mean? It's not just one time. He knows that barber will go above and beyond to make sure that opportunity that they give him, he knows how to take care of it, you know? He will be real polished doing his haircut. Okay? So take your time. If you're not good yet talking and cutting hair at the same time, just focus on one. In this case, just focus on cutting hair. You know what I mean? There's clients that like to talk, but you don't know how to talk. Just, you know, simple yes, okay, whatever. But that's the opportunity to focus more. Let him talk and be all ears, you know what I mean? But at the same time, keep working, you know what I mean? And don't focus too much on talking. Just be all ears and work. Right now I'm using guard number 2, all right? Level closed. And as you can see, little by little, it's coming out, right? It's coming out right in front of you guys. Right now we are about to use the detailer, but this detailer, what you can see, I don't know if you guys see it right, it has the modification ECM. I recommend it. That definitely, if you want your tools to hit really, really good, I definitely recommend it. You can check them out. Instagram, and fast shipping, good products. All right. As a matter of fact, let me So right now, what we're gonna do, look at how good this modification is. One problem that the detailer, to me, it had in the past, it was the blade. This body is really good, and the motor in it, but the blade that comes from factory, I didn't like it as much. So that's why I did the modification. I put the base, the cam, is from EC, and definitely, ever since I did that, these are my #1 hitters right now. I mean, I have all the trimmers. I have FX3s, I have the skeletons, I have the Andy TL liner, and the ones that I keep using are this one. Once I did that modification, it was a wrap. You know what I mean? I haven't used any other trimmer. I recommend it. If you guys are interested on doing that modification, definitely check out ECM Elite Clippers Modification in Instagram. In the bottom of the description of the video, I'm gonna leave the link. If you guys are interested, go check them out. That company is the best. They do fast shipping. Very good communication, and they do deals, they do wholesale too, and yeah, check them out. I not only did to this one, the wall detailer, the modification, I also did it to the EVOs. I put the GTX blade and also the modification, and yeah, it works. It works like a charm, you know. I recommend it. Right now we're gonna use the FX3. Same thing. Turn it on. Put a little bit, right? And then you grab the air pressure thing, right? Turn it on, and you're gonna see that it's gonna blow everything inside and everything. All right. Now, we're gonna use it, all right? And always use it this way, like this, all right? Okay, as you can see, that way you only get in that area, right? These are my #1 shavers right now. Before I used to like a lot I still like the Andy's Pro Foil Plus, but now this one is a lot smoother than the Andy's. The only thing that I wish Baby Liz would do for the machine is that they need to put the stands. They really need charging station, because yeah, it may have battery and all that, but it would be better to always have them fully charged. You know what I mean? That's my opinion. So Baby Liz, if you listen, please, can you make charging station for the machines? Definitely, it will make a difference. All right. Now, what we're gonna do? We're gonna definitely do now. This is if you notice, the comb is really thin. It's not too big. it has the big teeth and the tension teeth. So the big teeth is when it has a lot of volume, and then the small teeth, if you want to go shorter and tighter, you could get it, right? Another thing is the comb is a light color. So when you grab a dark color, you'll be able to see the contrast of the hair. You're going to be able to see, you know what I mean, while you definitely have to lower or while you have to take down. All right. So I recommend you guys to get a comb over, a light one, a slim one, a slim, tight, light color comb over, or combs. I'm gonna comb over. But yeah, that will help you a lot. Then a big comb, and yeah, I recommend it. Shout out to everyone that has subscribed. Thank you for tuning in. I know I usually do a lot of tutorials in Spanish, but it's because my followers are mostly Spanish. But I'm gonna start doing live streaming and videos in English. So again, we're gonna go just like how we did the side. You can see the difference. This is how it looks from the other side, and this is how it looks in this side. We're not done yet, right? So we're gonna go with guard number 1, level close, right? And like I said before, just go, right? Don't mark, don't start with a trimmer, you know, to make the first guard line, all right? And if you do, like I said, do it from up, down. Don't print it like that. Open the level, so that's 1.5, and right away, take that guard, take that line, all right? And go from side to side, all right? Now we're gonna go, with guard number 2, all right? And then level open, okay? Guard 2, level open. And right away, we're gonna attack that line right away. If you notice, I'm attacking first the top. I make sure that I keep going up and take care of those lines. I don't play with the guards. I don't play with the lines. I don't play with those bulk of hair that I see. You know, right away I attack it. You know, so you can see. Look at how fast it's coming out. That blend in, right? Now we're gonna go with the 1/16. With the 1 level open, and we're gonna go in that area. All right, I'm gonna pass it right there, left to right, right to left. Pass it as many times, right? Sometimes when you got the guard that is a smaller guard, the motion up and down is gonna be a lot tighter or shorter, and then when you got bigger guards, the motion up and down is gonna be a lot bigger, right? So. But make sure you keep passing it. Make sure you use the brush, all right? And then close little by little the level. The fact that you could open the level all the way open or close it completely, that doesn't mean that that's what you're gonna do it. That's how you're gonna do it now. There's levels between opening and close. There's level in it. So you're gonna hear, in this case, with this one, you hear that click, click. That's another level. So the lower you go, the smaller the motion, and you pass a couple of times, exactly where you see right there, right? The line or whatever, right? And then you go another level down, all right? And then, you see, you keep brushing it. You keep brushing it, you keep brushing, you keep passing it. Right there is completely level close. Now, I'm gonna go with I could have gone with the 1/16, but I'm gonna make it more easy to let me know our line. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna close with no guards, close the level, and we're gonna close it right there. And it's gonna make a line. Like I said, I'm not trying to make a line, and I'm not trying to make it print it. I'm not trying to mark it so good, because I wanna right away, when I put the 1/16, like I did right now, I put guard 1/16. I want it right away. And then I open the level, and right away you see I don't play, I don't waste no time. All right. So as you can see, I pass it right there. I keep passing it, left to right, right to left, and then open the level completely. And then I'm gonna go a little bit higher, right? And then close it again, and on top of the line that we see, okay? If you see it, then I see it. All right. One thing now, level open, right? And then we're gonna pass it. Notice my movement of my clipper, right? It's not so it don't go too high. I stay right there where I want to take out whatever line I see or whatever, you know. Boom. Right. So right now I got it really nice and tight right there. Everything really nice and crispy. It's coming nice, and the fade is coming out really nice, right? Everything is coming together. Again, I'm gonna be using my wall detailers, right, with the modification, a like modification with the ECM, a lid clipper modification. And what I like about this is once I put the modification, these are my #1 trimmers right now. Definitely, I recommend it anybody that wanna do this modification. If you want your trimmers to clean and not snag or anything, and you want them to hit really nice, I recommend them. Go check out a lid clipper modification. In the description, I'm gonna leave the link so you could go and check them out. All right. So as you can see, look at how everything is coming together, you know what I mean? Boom. Now we're gonna go with the shaver, right? We're gonna go with the shaver, and we're gonna clean that area. These are the FX3. Like I said, I used to use a lot the Andes Pro Foil Plus, and to me they're still great. But this one right now, I feel they're like a lot smoother, more powerful. I don't know what they really did to it, but they really, they stepped the game up, you know what I mean? So now we're gonna use the same technique. We're gonna use the scissors over comb, and we're gonna use the big teeth. And you notice, like I said, when you have a comb, in this case is a light color, so when you grab a dark color like the hair, you're gonna be able to see what you have to cut and what don't. So you're gonna be able to get a better understanding what to cut. And notice too that my combs, they're not that big. You know, it's really slim and tight, you know. So you'll be able to get really in those parts that you wanted to get in, you know what I mean? So now we're gonna work in the other side, right? See how it's coming everything together, all right? So same thing, let's get #1, guard #1, level close. You're gonna brush it, you know? Then right away, open the level, and you're gonna right away attack it, you know? You're gonna take that line right away, okay? Now, right away, get guard #2, all right? Level open, and you're gonna pass it right there. Don't play with the lines. Don't play with the borders. Right away, if you see it, attack it. You know, don't let the lines play with you. You play right away with the lines. You know, you right away attack it. See, right away. I'm using guard #2, level open, right? And then I'll start closing a little bit, and I keep passing it. Right? There's levels between open the level and closing it, right? But that doesn't mean, oh, so if I go up, I'll open my level completely. Nah, not necessarily. You know, you open it little by little and you go little by little up. You don't want to take a lot of hair and then, have it completely open or closed, vice versa. And then you take a lot of hair, you cannot put that hair back. You know, you definitely gotta, I'd rather you to take little by little until you get to whatever desire of the hair that you want to take, then take a lot and not be able to fix that, right? So now we're going with the guard number 1, level open, and we're gonna pass exactly where we see the shadow right there. You know what I mean? Right there. If you see the shadow, I see it too. Another thing, look, in my case, I'm watching my videos right here in the monitor, so I'm able to tell where I see the shadows, where I see the lines. But if I cannot see it in my monitor, I watch the mirror. The mirror, it will help you a lot. The mirror will let you see the big picture. It lets you know if there's a line, if there's a shadow or anything, right? But the thing is that the mirror, I'm gonna give you the best example. The mirror could tell you you got a booger in your nose, but the mirror is not gonna take the booger. Guess the mirror is only telling you that you got a booger. It's not gonna take it from you. So it takes from you to make the solution, right? Your mind is gonna kick in. Your conscience is gonna say, okay, you need to take that booger. Use your hand, grab a napkin and take it out, right? So there's stuff that you gotta do. The mirror is gonna tell you the truth. Always gonna tell you the truth. If you see a line, if you see a shadow, it's gonna tell you, look, there's still dark there. And then the mind is gonna start telling you, okay, I could definitely bring that down with the 116, how I'm doing right now. And then if I bring it little by little, the level down, I could get that line or that shadow out, right? But it starts from the mirror, you know what I mean? Sometimes when you're too close watching the haircut or doing the haircut, you get so focused, so close that you cannot see the big picture. So that's why sometimes you gotta step out and you be able to see the big picture. All right, and so watch the mirror. The mirror definitely will help you a lot. Now, level close. Notice that I did it like this. I didn't do the line like that. Don't do it like that. Do it like this. So that way, when you open the level a little bit, watch how fast I'll be able to take that line, and no line is gonna be printed. Why? Because we didn't mark the line. We didn't press the clipper or use a trimmer to mark it so hard. So watch this. Completely close. Watch it how quick I take out that line. You understand what I'm saying? See? Then you open it, the level, and then you go again. You look at the mirror. In this case, I'm looking at the monitor. I make sure that everything is looking, everything as we go, I step back and I look and I'm like, okay, I need to right here. I need to go a little more tighter. And if your mind is telling you, that's another thing. Your mind is gonna tell you, okay, I see some line here, and you're gonna be obviously putting it into practice. You're gonna be like, okay, it's gonna tell you, okay, use the level close right now. But one thing is that the mind tell you, okay, the level is closed, close the level down. And another thing is that you do it. If you listen what your conscience is telling you, but you're not doing it, it's not gonna work. You gotta work. You definitely gotta put in action what your mind is telling you or what your conscience is telling you. You know what I mean? So right now, once again, I'm using the wall detailer with the Andes GTX and the modification ECM, which is called a light clipper modification. Shout out to the guys over there. Great products. As you can see, this the blade that comes from factory from this one, I don't like it so much. It nags a lot. It doesn't hit as hard as the blade. The Andes GTX to me is the best. The Andes throw the best blade in the market. So these guys, the ECM, definitely they think alike. They say that great minds think alike, and he thought just like me. You know what I mean? He figures like, okay, what about if I use the best of both worlds? Put the best blade with the best motor and everything, and then you have a new creation, a new modification, and it works perfectly. I'm telling you, I have like 4 or 5 different trimmers. I even got the latest trimmer, and yet I still use the modification, the light modification, my old school trimmer, the wall detailers, right? Always remember to clean your client. You don't want him to be uncomfortable, right? Now we're gonna use the shaver. Remember, it has two foils, one that stick out more, so that way you'll be able to do around here. But if you do it like this, it's gonna touch it's gonna touch and it's gonna make a line. You don't want that. So make sure you use one side, that side. Make sure you put the ears down, and then you see, I'm not even touching up here or up here. I'm touching right there, exactly where I wanted to get that area right there, right? Boom. And look, there's not much that I have to do because it's basically done. Now in the back right here that is open, now you could use the whole blade, you know what I mean? The two foils. Then sometimes when you start shaving and making everything tighter in the bottom, a lot of stuff is gonna pop out at top. All right, so you gotta be on the lookout with that too. You gotta make sure you tackle everything. See, no lines. I don't want no shadow, no lines. I see it. I don't lie. I could lie to you. I could lie to yourself, but in reality, if I don't fix it, I'm lying to myself. I'm not fooling you. I'm fooling myself. So I don't want to do that. If I see it, I put whatever I can into my ability, and whatever tools that I have, I'm gonna use to try to get it right. You know what I mean? So we go scissors over comb, right? As you could tell, and we're gonna do exactly what we did in the other side. All right, right there, like that. Now I'm gonna use, in order to do the shaper in the front, the box out, I'm gonna use the EVO X with the Andes GTX and the modification also from EC Cam or a light clipper modification, right? But right now I'm just showing you everything, all the steps that I'm doing. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna use this hairspray. It's called Tres Mes. So we're gonna put at the top where we're gonna do the box out, and what's that gonna do is all the hair that it was standing, when I pass the heat, when I brush it, the hair is gonna mold, right? So that's what's gonna happen right now. Watch. You're gonna see how all the hair is gonna be flat. Look, see? And especially in the front, it's gonna put the hair nice and flat. It's gonna put the hair nice and flat, right? And then if we go this angle, you can see too, if I need to put more, I'll put a little bit more right there, right? And watch. Look at how nice and flat. Look, see? The hair gets really nice. Nice and flat. Nice and flat. Okay? Now we go in the front. We're gonna go in the front and we're gonna do that again. You see all those hair standing? Watch. We're gonna flatten it, see? And I'm not even using heat. I'm just using cold heat, cold air. You understand what I'm saying? You don't need to use that much heat. I don't want the client to be uncomfortable with that heat. You understand what I'm saying? So now we're gonna use, these are the Gamma's Evo X. But what's different, I have the modification ECM, all right? And I put the Andes GTX. So now, let me see if I got, now I'm trying to switch this. I'm trying to check. Okay, it's not gonna work right now. So we're gonna use, what we're gonna do is, this is my other option. All right, because I want you to see how I do the box out. All right. So now I'm gonna make sure I use my, I clean the lens of my phone, and then I use this as a secondary camera, right? Once I have it, I put it right there, I lock it, and then if we go and check, boom, right? So now you will see when I'm about to do the box out, I move gentle. Don't be rough with the client. Just move the head until you feel comfortable and you straight. You'll be able to see where you're gonna mark. I always recommend to start in the middle, in the center of the hair when you're about to do a box out. Why? Because that's the reference point, okay? And then you work little by little. You know, you don't put the box out all the way back. You don't push it back, because then it may look great at the moment, but when 2 days or 3 days later come, that hair's gonna grow and it's gonna look disgusting. It's not gonna look right. So you wanna make sure you keep everything nice and out. Look at the difference when you do it. Now, I go to the other side. I move them again, right? And we're gonna start right from the middle where we left off, and we're gonna work our way right to the other side. All right. Remember, you don't have to put pressure in the trimmer in order so it could cut. Especially with this modification with the ECM, you don't have, they're really turning into true hitters. The trimmer really, they become like lasers, you know what I mean? Like, it definitely, the modification helps you a lot. I recommend it. Make sure check them out. Great communication, great products, and it definitely, the most important, every product that they have, it works. It has worked on me, on my machines, and definitely recommend it, right? So as you can see, now we're gonna clean all that. This is basic on what the client asked me. If he wants to take out the beard, that's what I'm gonna do. If he tells me pass me number 0 at top, that's what I'm gonna do. It's what he says. It's not what I want. So you gotta make sure you follow orders. You may be the barber, but the one that is paying you is the client. So, you know, there's some barbers out there that just because they think they're barbers or they know what they're doing, they could please and do whatever they want with the client's hair. Nah, it's not like that. I mean, once the client asks you what they want, you could give them a suggestion, and if he likes your suggestion, then you take, you know what I mean? Then you do what you gotta do, you know. Then you do what you suggest him. But if he tells you, nah, give me what I just told you, you gotta follow the rules, you know. Because it's like, basically, I'm gonna give you another example. It's like you go into a restaurant and you tell the waiter, yeah, give me a plate of rice with chicken and avocados, and when he come back with the plate, he bring you a slide of pizza. You think that he's giving you the right service? Nah. So, you know, that's the #1 rule that they teach you in barbershop, consultation, you know what I mean? So now the chair always lay back. The reason why, for many reasons. Me, I use it for 2. One, I'm a short guy, so I want to make sure I have I'm comfortable when I'm cutting hair, right? And second, or better yet, the first one, I want my client to be comfortable. I want my client not to be stressing his neck while sitting down and you know, trying to, you know, his neck and all that. I want him to be, as it is right now, comfortable. And then when I'm working, you can see my posture. You see how comfortable I work, right? So now, watch how I use my heaters. These are the Andes, and that's the modification right there. You see that? That's the cam. Make sure you follow. And if you want to get you a pair, EC Cam, make sure you check them out, right? Look at how good of a hitter is. And I don't even got my trimmers completely zero gap. All right. You don't have to completely zero gap your clippers. That will definitely hurt. Will hurt the skin. You don't want the client to be, you know, you don't want to bother the skin of the client. That's what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? You want to make sure that you're able to clean what you need to clean, and then if you want to shape it up and you want it to become the shaper want it to be more tighter and more fresh, you're gonna do that with the blade. You know, you're gonna use the blade and the razor, you know, and you're gonna make it more sharper. There's no need to put your trimmers so zero gap that it will hurt the skin to the client. You know what I mean? Now we're gonna take care of the mustards. He take the mustard. Jeffrey, why you taking his mustard? Because that's how he likes it. That's why he told me what to. He told me take the mustard, leave the goatee, do the eyebrows. So I'm taking orders from the client, not from you, not from what I want. Like I said before, make sure you know how to take care of orders. It's not so much that you know how to cut. It's most of the time is that you know how to take care of orders, and you follow orders. You know what I mean? So right now, I want to make sure that he's comfortable. There's nothing more annoying than when they cut your hair and leave all that hair and your face itchy, you know, and then you wonder why the client is all moving all the time and scratching himself. Because of course you don't clean it. You gotta make sure you clean. Right now, what I'm doing, I'm passing the electric shaver, especially in the mustache. I could pass the blade, right, and I could do that. But in his skin, I know that it's super sensitive, so I'd rather pass the shaver, especially this shaver. It will leave it nice and tight, okay? And I save products, you know. I'm not saying that I'm not gonna use blade, of course, but when I pass the blade, I don't have to. It's only the hairs, the ingrowing hairs that I couldn't get out with the electric shaver. Well, with the blade, I'll be able to take out those ingrowing hairs. You know what I mean? But everything else, I use the electric shaver, and look at how smooth, no irritation, you know, and the client is, you know, you can see right there, right? You can see everything, how it's coming all together, you know what I mean? Then later on, you're gonna see, I'm gonna put the shaving cream. Is called Bump Pro. It's a medicated shaving cream. It smells like menthol. It smells really delicious. And when you put it in the skin, it gives that cool breeze feeling. Especially when you're about to do like a hot towel too or whatever. Definitely feels really, really good in the skin. So you're gonna see which one I'm gonna put right now. What I'm saying. This is it right here. Bump Pro. Right? So I'm gonna use this much, right? Did I put it right? Hold on. Right there, right? And we're gonna put exactly in the area where we're gonna do the, and just where I shave, it act like also like a shaving blend. Feels really good, smell really good, and it almost take. If there's any irritation, it will take the irritation away. Also, I notice a lot of people a lot of barbers out there like to use towels to clean your blade. To me, I don't use that because I don't want that towel dirty and then take it to my house to the washing machine, and then when I wash all the clothes, get all my other clothes full of hair. Nah. This only costs like what, $2, and you could use one piece, and you put it right here to wipe your blade, and when you're done, you throw it away. There's no sense to put something like a towel. You know what I mean? There's no need for that. Also, another thing, make sure you always put your machines work comfortable. You know what I mean? Put everything where you're supposed to put it. Have your station clean and organized. When you organize, it will speed up the whole process. The blade that I'm about to use right now is the Wilkinson. All right, hold on a second. The blade that I'm about to use right now is the Wilkinson, right? All right. To me, this is one of the best blades out there, all right? Okay, we're gonna put it right there. And now, we're gonna do our box out, right? When I do the box out, notice I always stretch the skin, right? Because when you stretch the skin, it will, the skin will not move around, and the skin will be nice and tight, and you could pass the blade nice and secure, and it's not gonna, you're not gonna get the blade stuck in his skin. You know, you don't want that. So use both of your hands. You notice on my left hand, I'm using my comb. And also not just the comb, but also look how I use the finger to stretch the skin. Before I put the blade, I put the finger right there, my left, to stretch the skin. You understand what I'm saying? See? And then you don't put pressure on the blade either. You nice and lightly. You know? Remember, you're dealing with a blade. You're dealing with a blade, something very sharp, that if you press it any more than that, you could cut them. You know what I mean? You don't want that. So why he has that white stuff, if you notice, we put the hairspray earlier, and that hairspray, the hairspray, it's like a glue. So when it touches the skin and dry it up, and you get the blade, a brand new blade, and you pass it many times in the same place, it's gonna show that dust, that white dust. All right, but I use it in my advantage because it let me know that I already passed it there. I use it as a defense line. All right, then later on, I could take it off. You know what I mean? With the aftershave or the alcohol, I could take it off, you know. But when I'm working, it shows me more detail, you know, even if it doesn't grow hair in some parts. With that line, that is that visible white line, it gives me the view to let me know, okay, I already passed it there, and it will shape it more better, you see? Okay? So then, always another thing, you're gonna feel the blade sometimes that doesn't want to cut. You gotta also be able to not only look, not only hear, but also feel. When you feel that you're passing the blade or the razor holder with the blade, and you feel that it's not cutting, don't be a cheapo and keep using the same blade. In this case, right now, I mean, still had a little bit more sharpness, but I want it more sharp. So you know what I do? Exactly. I use another blade. And then, when I pass it, look at how sharp. I don't have to struggle passing one. And the client is not gonna, it's not gonna hurt the clients. You're not gonna see the client's face doing face expression like, come on, man, that shit's hurting. Switch it or put water. They're gonna tell you straight up. So before they tell you anything like that, be simple-minded and do what I just, you know what I mean? Try what I just tell you. I could only tell you, you know, why I do what I do. I am a master barber for many years, and I'm not saying it just from the mouth. I have proof. I have my license. I could open my own barber school and everything, but I don't got that time. I don't got that luxury right now because I love what I do. But just because I tell you what I'm doing, that doesn't mean you don't hear me telling you, no, all the time, do it like that. I tell you, I'm like, try it, give it a try. And if it works, good. But if it doesn't, you try it and you still don't like it, by all means, keep doing what you're doing, you know what I mean? But I don't like to tell everybody, no, my way is the only way, because it's not like that, you know what I mean? I could be a teacher, but I'm not a teacher. God is the teacher, you know? Give that credit to him. I'm just a vessel that he's using, and the only thing that I could do is explain my ways, how I do it. But I don't fight with no one telling you, no, my way is the only way and the best way, because it's not. You know, many times I had other barbers teaching me other ways. I tried, but I couldn't get it. I couldn't get the hang of it, or not the hang of it. I didn't feel comfortable, so I kept it working with whatever works for me. But there was other occasion that whatever I saw from another barber, it works, and I stick with it. You know what I mean? So be open-minded too. You know what I mean? Always be willing to learn other stuff and other technique from other barbers. You understand what I'm saying? So notice how I don't have to struggle shaving or irritate the client's skin, because guess what? We passed the shaver first, and it took care of all that. All right. So now, well, I was doing all that. You could see the box out. See everything, and you notice how everything is shaped up, nice and clean. All right. Now we're gonna go up. Now, this is what I always say to you guys. Make sure, take care of the little details. The little details, when you take care of those little details, it makes the big difference. So what I'm saying by that, many people be like, oh, he's done. Yeah, to you may be done, but for me, I like to grow the extra yard. So how I do that? Watch this. What I like to do is, I like to check whatever detail. See, I check. I make sure every part I check. Those little details make the big difference. Every little thing that you do makes the big difference. Okay? Anything that you do will make the big difference. In this case, you see? Watch this. You ready? You could make it a little bit more tighter, more better. Fill some parts here and there. Okay, bam. And then get the scissors and the little hairs that are standing. Okay. And then you're gonna grab the scissors, pass it up top right there like that. Okay. Every little details matters. Dímelo, Celito. Tato. Then I just got another client right there. Then another thing is little details. Like I said, little details make the big difference. You don't know, he definitely has a mama. I hope he does, right? And maybe he has a girl too. And the little details is gonna come handy when you do take care of those little details. Why? Because I see some, and in firsthand, I have barbers that did a perfect fade, but let me hairs between the ears and stuff, and then my wife is like, oh, that barber, he's a slacker, you know? And the girls, they're like FBI, you know what I mean? They check every single little thing. So what I'm saying is, those little things makes the difference. So grab behind the ears, those little hair. Make sure you take care of every single little hair. So even himself, if he goes to his house and check himself, he's not gonna find no hair out of place, or you know what I mean. Right here, look. When you take the cape, sometimes that the cape cover the neck where he still got some of that hair. So make sure you clean all of that right there too. You know what I mean? Behind, even though you don't may see it, just move the ear and you know, tackle it. See, you got some hair there, right there. And then retouch the shape up right there like I'm doing right now. And you're gonna see everything is coming more tighter, more beautiful, all right? It's gonna come more sharper. And you see, everything is coming perfect right there. Now, another thing that I always say, you know, I use, there's different, there's pomade, there's gel, there's a bunch of stuff out there that you could use. In my case, I like to put a little bit of this gel. It leave a nice texture to it, right? And then I'm gonna show you, this is how it looks, right? This is how he looks, oof, right? And then I'm gonna show you in the back, look at how nice it looks, all right? Just look at the fade. And then we go to the other side, see, nice and sharp. And when we look in the other side, look at that, woof. But the most important, I could like it, right? One thing is that it may look to me, it may look good. But I gotta humble myself. And when you humble yourself, God is gonna exalt you in due time. Remember that the client sometimes could see things that I cannot see. And don't get mad if when you show the mirror, he tells you, oh, I see a little here. Can you take a little bit more? Be able to take those criticisms, especially from your client. Always show the mirror. This is the guarantee. If there's any problem, he could tell me right here. And in the mirror, he could tell me, okay. And when I ask him how you like it, how's it look? If he tell you on fire, it looks good, whatever he may say, then that's it. So right now I'm gonna show him, and you're gonna see that I'm gonna show the mirror nice and slow. A lot of barbers like to do this real quick, like whoops, because you're scared of what you did. Me, I'm not scared. Me, I just show everything, you know what I mean, nice and slow, all right? And if there's anything that I could fix, to let me know right there. But at this moment, I keep showing it. Then I keep showing it from different angles, up top, in the back, boom. And if I had to, boom. And he laughed. I'm gonna ask him, how you like it?
I love it.
He says he love it. And that's what matters. Don't impress you other co-worker. Don't impress your mom. Of course you want to impress your mom. But what I'm saying, the one that you have to impress is the client, okay? And that's the only opinion that matters the most. Even if he does like it or don't. And the fact that if he don't, still be thankful and grateful that he's telling you the truth. And that doesn't mean you're not a barber. You may not be a barber for him, but you're gonna find another client that maybe does like what you do. So that's for everything. That's for everyone. There's opportunity. Right now, don't be like other barbers out there. They grab the alcohol and throw it in the face like that. That's like stupid. You know what I mean? Be professional. Use a napkin. Throw the aftershave, and then on top of it, use some type of air. When you put the air to it, it's gonna make a nice. It's not gonna sting, but it's gonna feel right. You know what I mean? He's gonna have a good experience, and that's what you want. You want to make sure he has a good experience. Okay? Well, if you haven't subscribed, you can subscribe. Thumbs up. It's your boy Jeff, the Master Barber. Peace out. Oh, another thing before I finish. Very important. Make sure always to take pictures. We live in a DNA where the technology and the social media is very helpful. So take a lot of pictures. And I'm sure if you're watching this, you have a YouTube channel. If you're watching this, you probably have an Instagram, TikTok. So what I'm saying is, don't let the social media use you. You use the social media in your advantage. So you could post that and give you promotion to yourself. Who's gonna give you promotion more than yourself? Because nobody else is gonna do for you. Everybody else is probably gonna hate that you don't do it rather than you do it. So make sure you do it. Take pictures, and that's it. All right? Later.